Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you're having a great one out there. Let us go ahead and listen to the band, the Dillinger Escape Plan. We're going to listen to this track, the title track actually, One of Us is the Killer, off of the album, of course, of the same name, which was released in 2013. This is their 5th studio album that we'll be checking out this song from. So I've heard of the Dillinger Escape Plan, but I've never listened to them, so this is my chance to, actually, of course, listen to a band that I've heard of, but don't know anything about them. I believe that from what I've kind of gathered in context of seeing them alongside other bands, I'm assuming somewhere in the core genre, I don't know where, and somewhat chaotic. That's what I got. That's at least what I'm expecting. There was something else I was going to say about this. Now I don't remember what it was. We're listening to this track, One of Us is the Killer, because I wanted to listen to the band and check them out, and this just happened to be the most streamed song on Spotify. This band wasn't recommended in the comments or anything like that. This is just me remembering them and saying, oh yeah, let's check them out. So check them out we shall. One of Us is the Killer. Is it you? Is it me? Is it he? Or is it she? Let's go ahead and find out. We'll talk about it after. Here we go. Got a Portishead kind of sound. Ooh, that choppy rhythm. I like their mood. I like that a lot. Such a cool moment. I like how it gives this preview into the chorus and how that's set up. Almost had it. Oh, that's massive. Oh, I love that. That is great. Oh man, if it had like an extra minute, that ending could have gone into the straight spiral of a breakdown from it, because it was going heavy. Alright, I like that sound a lot. I was expecting a lot more chaotic from the bands that I had seen them mention alongside. Like, I think I've seen them along with like Sixth and stuff like that. I like that a lot. That choppy rhythm that it hints at in the verse is so cool because it's this perfect foreshadowing of what's going to come in the chorus, just of course bigger, badder, and better. And when I first heard it in the verse, I was like, I heard it, but I was like, is that my audio doubling up? Because at first it doesn't like fit, but man, do they make it fit. They make the pieces fit. The lead vocals I thought were very impressive because they're heavy, but they're very melodic. That's Greg Puciato on the lead vocals. Fantastic. Drums, Billy Reimer handling that rhythm, and of course that break just goes straight for the throat. I mean, that is huge. And then Ben Weinman on guitars, just massive, just a wall of guitar. I thought that was really cool, and I like how it starts off with this kind of dusty atmosphere. To be honest, when the song began, the atmosphere and even the rhythm from the drums and everything kind of gave me like a Portishead, almost trip hop kind of feel. And I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting. Like, it's definitely not what I was expecting, but then it gets a little closer to what I was expecting, and that is really good. I also like the lyrics in here. Let's kind of dive into that really quick. Let me scroll up there. She moves abstract just like a shadow dancing on the edge, like a storm cloud passing overhead, effortless and free. As the hours rush by, through her I can sense the end of time. There's no way this can forever shine, make the sun not rise. In the air, excuse me, in the air we tried to be, but you shot your arrow through me. Now one of us must die, but the killer won't survive. So it's interesting that the chorus says, you shot your arrow through me, but then he says the killer won't survive. Well, is this going to be him? Because he's the one that's been shot, so is he the killer? But at the same time, the other person is the one that shot him, so she's the killer. So who I don't know. There's a little bit of cyclical something going on there. And actually this repeats over again, except this time hypnotizing me as the hours rush by, whereas before it was effortless and free. Through her I sense the end of time, stretch into eternity divine, and the sun won't rise. Whereas before he said, make the sun not rise. So there's a progression. Now the cause and effect. Now, yeah, the sun won't rise, of course, whoever is going to die. And the killer won't survive. So it's a question of who's the killer then. Why are they flying? Is this their relationship and she shot an arrow through him figuratively and, well, obviously, well, maybe he will survive in that. I don't know. But let's see if I can find out. One of us. Let's see if we can find the background. Here you go. All right, here you go. The vocalist indicated that he chose the album title pretty much as soon as I finished writing this song. He explained the meaning behind the title involves a lot of issues on the album related to codependency and unknowingly destroying a relationship and taking responsibility for that and not pointing outward. There you go. In a relationship, you're both 50% at fault. It's about accepting responsibility instead of directing it outward. Puciato arrived at this view as a result of two really critical relationships in my life that were under a lot of strain, in a state of turmoil, unhealthy, while the album was being written. Okay. All right. Well, that makes a little bit more sense. And I really do like, the way that this is written and how straightforward it is. There's not a lot of this and that. It's just, hey, one of us won't survive, and it's up to you to figure out who the killer is, basically. I think that was a great track. I really was expecting something, like, crazier. I don't know. I was expecting something closer probably to, like, Protest the Hero or like something in that vein, but I enjoyed this 100%. Let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments down below. You can follow me over on Twitter, support the channel on Patreon. Thank you so much for being here. Come back tomorrow. Sorry. Bye, guys. Why was I running out of breath? I only said like 2 sentences. Did you guys hear me swallow? I did that so that I didn't even mean to do that on the microphone.